Alright, back to another brew day. Take two actually. I'm not too crazy about take one. Blueberry ale. I had some blueberry ale up in Traverse City. It's really good stuff. And thought, well, let's experiment. Since blueberries are in season, let's try to make a blueberry ale. You know, what the hell. So I went to my local brew store and bought some liquid malt extract. I was going to do dry, but they didn't have enough of the dry that I wanted. And so I've kind of come up with my own recipe on this. I'm going to use some biscuit malt, some honey malt for some specialty grains, which I've got in the pot right now. I actually crushed them myself, and don't know how well that's going to work out, but used an old hand grinder for doing what I usually do, make ground bologna with. So, but I thought, what the hell, you know, found your thrills on Blueberry Hill. Let's see if this is thrilling or not when it comes out. This is really kind of a light blonde color, very light. I don't know if that's, well, it kind of has a honey color to it, very light honey color. So hopefully I got this crush right on the grains. Like I said, I just used a hand grinder. I got to put these in a hot water bath. 6 pounds of this, roughly. It might be closer to 7. I don't know, or 6.5. Be with me in a second. Got too much water in here. Okay, we're back. I'm back. Too much water. Had to drain some out. Anyways, this is what I use. An old, like a meat grinder. Just changed the head on it to kind of experimented, you know, crushing the grain. So, anyways, I used that. And I had some grain here that was crushed from, bought online that I could kind of compare it to. Well, we'll see. So 6 pounds of Muntons light liquid. I'm going to add 3 at the beginning of the boil, and I think I'm going to try 3 at knockout, flame out, whatever you want to call it. 1 ounce of pearl hops. I've used pearl hops before, and that's it. I just want the blueberry flavor to come through. Bought 5 pounds of blueberries, probably used somewhere about half of that. Puree it. I'm going to pour it in the secondary and see if that gives it enough flavor. Where did I come up with 2.5 pounds? I saw an all grain recipe, they used 3. A couple all grain recipes used 3. I thought about throwing the blueberries in whole and letting them set. But then I thought, what's the difference, you know? Puree it, pour it in. I don't care if it changes the color any. I'm hoping it actually gives it some sort of color or distinctiveness to it. I'm going to check the temp on this to make sure that you're not exceeding 170. And this seems to be picking up quite a bit of color out of that grain. I mean, mostly a honey color. Yeah, we're at about 158, which is good, you know. Got about 20 minutes left of this. I was trying to do a half a pound of each, half a pound of the biscuit, half a pound of the honey. I kind of want this to taste like, you know, a blueberry muffin or a blueberry biscuit or a blueberry bread or something like that. I didn't want a lot of wheat flavor in it. I thought about using a wheat kit, just a generic wheat kit, but I don't want the wheat to be the main characteristic. I want the blueberry flavoring to come out. And yeah, I probably could have bought extract, but I thought, you know, let's just fly by the seat of our pants and try this out. My own recipe, my own concoction. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is I just have a beer that doesn't taste very good. Not like I haven't done that before. Heck, I've bought enough beer at the store to tell you which ones are good and which ones are bad, as far as my opinion. Anyway, that's my video for today. It's a homebrew Saturday, end of August, actually the last day of August. And then we go into September. Cold weather, which is good for beer making, but not good for doing stuff outside, unless you like that outside stuff. But anyways, that's it for today. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned, I'm going to use this Safe Ale 04 for yeast, just to dry. I wanted to use a liquid, but homebrew store didn't have any that I really wanted to use, and I had this at home. It was for an Irish ale kit that I end up using a liquid yeast for, Irish Blonde. So I thought, you know, it's supposed to have, I don't know what the hell, it's free. Well, basically, I already paid for it, so it's not really free, but it's one thing I didn't have to buy. So, and this probably didn't cost me that much, about maybe, if you figure in the blueberries, maybe about 25 bucks to brew this. And I'll get a couple cases out of it, and you know, we'll see. 19 minutes left of the steeping time, and then we'll go to the boil. We'll add one of our containers of the liquid, which I've never used that brand before, but they've been around for a long time, so it should be okay. Anyways, that's it for today. See you on the flip side.